Hello and welcome to Motors TV's coverage of the opening leg of the 2011 Rally Argentina. Round 6 of the World Rally Championship returns to this spectacular country. Something the drivers and crews are thoroughly looking forward to. Has created some genuinely stunning action over the years since it has been part of the WRC going all the way back to 1980. So the 2011 edition back on the WRC after a year away when it was part of the IRC series. It's based in the Cordoba region in Carlos Paz, some 700 kilometers northwest of Buenos Aires. And it will be 19 stages over 3 days, 378 competitive kilometers of action.
So we're back here in Argentina. It's a favourite amongst the drivers. What is it that makes this rally so special?
It's just the number of spectators that we can have here. We had already some trouble in the shakedown with too many spectators, so it's always a great atmosphere. Like you can see in the service park, everywhere on the road section, in the stages, there is a lot of people.
I think it's one of the best rally of the championship in terms of atmosphere and spectator. For the road, it can be very different. There is some very tricky and destroyed road in Mina Clavero and El Condor.
Some stages are nice, really nice character. Some stages are then a bit more tricky, but generally it's a good gravel event.
For me, it's one of the best gravel rallies. I mean, there's really nice stages, and partly because it has a little bit everything, big jumps, normally big water splashes as well, and very fast flowing roads, and then a narrow bits as well, so it just has everything in it.
The stages, okay, they are very different. Some of them are wide and fast, and some are really, really narrow and twisty, so it's many types of stages here, but I enjoy actually all the types of roads except for the tarmac. Okay, one of the tarmac section is quite okay, but the other one is really bad.
The stages are very, very exciting, very special. So for TV, it's unbelievable.
So it has been an unbelievable championship so far. Sebastian Loeb with exactly 100 points extended his lead over Mikko Kievan with his win in Sardinia last time out. So we watch what happens with the manufacturers. A 17-point lead that Citroën Total have over Ford Abu Dhabi, and M Sport still in third, just ahead of Petter Solberg. So a new stage for 2011, the Super Especial Carlos Paz in the area where the service park is based. On the Thursday evening, just a very short stage, 3.02 Ks. And it was run in reverse order. For the top drivers in the championship going later in the order, that obviously helping to contribute to their times being a little bit better.
Gauche 120, sur droite 130 plus rasé.
Fourth and third in the championship respectively. Harry Matilapra and Sebastian Ogier coming through together.
Short 2, opens long, tightens, keep barrier over crest, and the 6 left over crest, half long, opens 33. 20, strike right, 3 left over crest, tightens, 2 max tightens, 1 plus, 6 right, opens over crest, 40, keep left over big jump, 20, 6 right minus half long, tightens, 5 half long, tightens, keep in, 2 left over crest, tightens, 1 minus double tightens.
Start to get a real flavour of these wonderful stages, even on the Super Special. And in comes the world champion, 5 victories consecutively The last 5 running of this event in the World Rally Championship.
Ok, ciel pour gauche en plus long. Sur droiti. Sur gauche à fond, pas corde en ciel sur frein pour 62 mètres, gauche en plus mi-long. Sur droite à fond. Et poste 4 tout droit sur attention 50 mètres. Droite 438 bon frein. Pour gauche 80 moins de taux. Ouvre. Gauche 80 moins de taux ouvre. Et pont sur 10 mètres, droite 110 plus. Et droite 120 plus long tard sur frein pour gauche 80 moins. Okay.
It was Sebastian Loeb was to come through quickest, 0.9 faster than Solberg. Ahead of Ojé Latvala, Hievenen and local hero Federico Viagra coming through in 6th position. So this is what we have a look at the total of day 1. First stage we've seen actually was on the Thursday night, but 6 stages to be completed on the Friday. The El Mirador and the Mina Clavero stages. Mina Clavero, one of the real legendary stages of the event. Just before 7 AM local time, and what was a very chilly morning, bright as you can see. Sebastian Loeb, familiar situation, charging into the stages. Opening car on the road and all the usual issues of potentially sweeping, particularly noticeable here in Argentina with, as you can see, some very, very soft and very deep surface in various different places.
Gauche 140 pour Milon. Sur droite 140, 150 mètres. Gauche 140 bon en ciel. Gauche 140 bon en ciel. 130 mètres. Droite 130 plus.
As you perhaps expect, Sebastian Loeb, of course, not able to quite pull in the sort of times that the cars coming through behind him were, as they got a progressively cleaner road. Of course, second on the road, second in the championship, Mikko Kievan, and you can see that even with a 2-minute interval between the top crews, still a little bit of dust hanging in the air from Sebastian Loeb's car as he comes into the stage. Hievenen came through the first bits. Apparent that, yes, an advantage had been gained by the Finn, but certainly not a significant amount. Less than a second between him and Loeb. Sebastian Ogier only has had experience of this rally once before in 2009. Took a 7th place finish there in the C4. As we heard at the beginning of the show, he was pretty positive about the rally. Frustrating rally last time out for him, with problems towards the end especially.
Sur droite 123 tard frein jette pour gauche 90 moins Milon, tard qui ferme, 90 moins Milon, tard qui ferme. Sur droite 118 Milon, droite 118 Milon, 60 mètres jump pour gauche 140 moins Milon, jump pour gauche 140 moins Milon. Sur gros frein avant droite 123 pour gauche.
Ajay coming through the time of 10:30.6, quicker than Sebastian Loeb, but just by 0.2 of a second. Quite telling perhaps at this early stage on an 18-kilometre stage. Well, Jari-Matti Latvala was the absolute star in the previous round in Sardinia in terms of sheer speed after going out on the opening stage with the roll after a miscalled note rather by Mika Antia. Surely there's enough pace there with him and with Solberg running 5th on the road to be able to potentially challenge for outright success here in Argentina.
3 left minus half long, 1 right, double tight.
Solberg intentionally kept the tyres from shakedown over for the first stage and putting the second fastest stage time on that opening stage on the Thursday night.
Flat 6 right over crest, keep in 60, slight left half long, and keep left over crest into 1 right. Half long tightens, half long, keep in. 2 left minus half long tightens, keep in, over water, 30, 6 right into 6. Crest into 6 right plus opens 20, keep middle over long crest 30, 6 right plus half long tights, 5 minus tights 4, opens over crest 60, line, 2 left.
Petter was ultimately to come through with the second fastest time on the stage at 10:29.5.
4 right plus tightens 2 minus extra long, tightens 1 plus. Top 6 left plus into 2 right.
So from 6 on the road, the 23-year-old Norwegian comes into the stage. First experience of Rally Argentina. Feels very positive about it, as we heard at the beginning, but slightly concerned about the long tarmac stage, which we'll explain a bit more about later on. See what Osberg was saying before about how twisty and rough some of these stages really are, really bouncing the car around quite significantly. Had some terrible luck with gearbox issues earlier in the year. Much better run last time out. He came through with the 7th fastest time on the stage. Osberg.
Slight right 20, max right 6 long of a crest 50, max crest bump 30, flat left keep in 20, right 6, 80, cut left 4 plus long fast 80.
The concerns over Matthew Wilson's budget for the balance of the season. Announced in the press it really is going to be touch and go as to whether sufficient funding can be found. So important to get a solid result here. He's had some strong runs already this year.
Max crest 160.
Matthew Wilson comes through with the 6th fastest time at 10:39.8. But it was Jari-Matti Latvala who won the stage. Peter Solberg now 3 seconds behind him overall, ahead of Kievan, Ogier Loeb, Osberg, Wilson, Villagra, Block and Peter Van Merkstein in the Van Merkstein Racing DS3 back in the WRC. We're going to take a quick break here. So after charging through the 2 opening stages of the day, the El Condor stage is the one which is going to cause most interest here. Loeb calmly cleaning the screen of his car. An Argentinian flag displayed as it has been the traditional throughout the year with Citroën. They put the flag of the country that they're rallying in.
As you can see.
Maybe you have to go slower.
Loeb in a very typically Loeb type way, saying, yeah, maybe you have to go slower, Jari-Matti, because of looking at the tyres. Now this is going to be such a significant stage for everybody, because we have a real change to what is a very traditional stage in this rally, a 20-kilometre section on gravel. So of the 37.32 Ks, over half of it will be, on tarmac, and that has caused some concern. There's even talk from Michelin before the event that they may well put a remote service in after here, just to ensure that from a safety point of view, the amount of wear that's going to go through the gravel tyres working hard on tarmac could potentially cause issues. So they may be able to assess and possibly change tyres midway between stages. Same tyre allocation as is always the same at each WRC event. And obviously all of the top teams running on the Michelin lateral cross tyre, the tyre that's been changed quite significant in terms of its construction prior to Jordan, and obviously that made a big difference in terms of the, prior to Portugal, and that made a big difference in terms of the reliability of the tyre. They had so many punches early on where the Michelin engineers had gone for performance. Change here.
Plus d'arrêt 3 et 40 mètres, attention, gros frein, gauche 80 millions qui ferme, pour droite 90 plus, droite 90 plus sur gauche à fond, 70 mètres, droite 120, moins, pour gauche 130 à fond, 70 mètres, gauche 130 plus corde jette, 80 mètres, attention, droite 130 bon sur un frein, gauche droite 120 plus, gauche droite 120 plus, 60 mètres, frein droite 80 millions.
So far, Sebastian Loeb has completed the stage at a time of 23 minutes and 31.1 seconds. Splits indicating Ogier may be very slightly quicker. Ultimately, Ogier was to come through third fastest on the stage to 23:28.9, 2.2 up on Sebastian Loeb. That puts him ahead of Loeb overall into third position. Sparkling performance so far from Jari Matilappa, fastest on stages 2 and 3. He now sits at exactly 3 seconds over Petter Solberg.
Jatkoon sen 5 kirraa pitkä, älä lopussa. Heti oikein 4 kirraa 7 äkkiä, älä. Jatkoon sen 7, pirun pitkä aukee.
Enjoyed some truly spectacular onboard shots with Mikko Hervonen and Jari Matilappa and Ogier and Loeb, of course, throughout the year so far. For Jari Matti, especially the stage in Jordan, where it took the most amount of time out of Ogier trying to push for that win, was just one of the most incredible sights. So this is part of the 20 Ks of tarmac that the crews are concerned about. As you can see, very, very high speed. Concerned that it's going to be a lot of cuts taken, and as you can see just there, as Mikko Hirvonen perfectly on cue describes that to us, and again, and that's logically going to put lots of gravel on the road as the rest of the crews come through. Big entry overall, but only 11 cars from the latest WRC generation cars.
Vasen täys yli 2 nyppy sisältä, pidä saattaa oikein täys, oi jos saattaa, huomio varo, nyppy vasen laita täys, 4 oikein täys, kirraa kooks yli nyppy sisältä, jarru, ja pitkä vasen hidas oio, kanto lopussa, 5, oikein nopea mene sisältä käännä, 7,
Just about as much as he could there, did Mikko Hirvonen.
200, huomio varo.
Of course, on gravel tyres, on tarmac, the car moving around an awful lot. Very difficult to judge braking points. And of course, how much grip level you've got, but these guys obviously working within that parameter well. Go to Petter Solberg. Mikko Hirvonen ultimately came through the time of 23:33.6 behind Ogier and Loeb in terms of times. Fight for stage win looking certainly more likely to go to either Solberg or Lapala. Solberg concerned that he hasn't had a chance to drive a gravel tyre on tarmac. Yeah, guys at Ford hanging on in Sardinia to have a chance to do exactly that. Feeling they're very confident of the performance they get out of it, but Solberg comes through, time of 23:28.2. What of the rally leader though? Hirvonen has dropped down to 5th behind Ogier and Loeb. Garimati on the split times as he heads into the tarmac section, looking incredibly strong. Look at the top speed.
30 vasen 2 yli 2 nypyn. 30 oikein 2 sisältä. 40 varo vasen 1 yli nypyn jarru. Jatko oikein 3 pitkä kirraa 5 yli nypyn sisältä. Heti vasen 6 oikaisu. 10. Oikein 4 miinus sisältä. Oikein 5 vähän sisältä. 200. Oikein 4 miinus sisältä soraa. Heti vasen 1. 30. Vasen 4.
Garimati comes through, wins the stage by 9.3 seconds, extends his lead over Peter Solberg to 12.3. Ogier now up to third ahead of Loven. Hirvonen now down to fifth. Osberg, Wilson, Valagra, Ken Brock and Patrick Flodin.
Garimati, an incredible morning for you.
Yeah, it's been a good morning. I got a good feeling from the start, and all the stages we have been going without any problems, with a good feeling, and I was surprised how well the tarmac even went this morning. I went 20 mil lower with the suspension right height, which we can adjust, and it was a bit risky for the gravel sections, but I wanted to take that risk and see, because it was so long, that tarmac section, and I thought it will be very important for that, and it felt good on tarmac.
Petter, you were very vocal at the end of the stages about your tyre strategy. Tell me what you did with your tyres, because a lot of the other guys didn't do anything.
No, I didn't want to use any of the new tires. I just did it a little bit differently, but it ended up the same. But we had maybe a 30 kilos heavier car. That was the main thing. So because there wasn't so much tire on the gravel stages anyway, so I didn't gain anything. I maybe lost a little bit. So but it's okay. It's a little bit safe choice.
Sebastian, ignoring that final stage of the loop, was it as you expected this morning?
Yes, I'm quite happy with what we have done. We are in the same rhythm as most of the other rivals, except one. But no, it was a good battle. We are in the same rhythm as the other, so nothing to say.
So Sebastian Loeb, 18.9 seconds off the lead. Rally Argentina, their first leg, and this was one of the most spectacular accidents of the year so far, before the rally started in Portugal for Ken Block.
Last time I was in the car, I was upside down, and now I've had 8 weeks off because of the baby, but I'm very happy to be back here, and you know, the baby was born very healthy. Mommy's, you know, Lucy's doing great, so it's been good. I was feeling really, really good in the car prior to that. I had good 2 runs in the shakedown before that. The times were good, and yeah, fortunately for me and Alex, there were no real injuries from that. I bruised the side of my foot, but I was snowboarding a week later, so all good and happy to be back in the car now. The thing is, I'm still learning. I'm learning so much, and I just don't have that much time in the car, so every time I'm in a shakedown like that, I'm trying to push just slight percentages more to learn, and that's all I did in that corner, was push just a very slight percentage more, and the rear end stepped out, and that was it. So the thing that I'm still working on probably the most is you know, the pace notes, because I should have had something on that corner that if I did go wide, it was dangerous, but you know, I just didn't have something on that corner. I've actually been away from the car for so long. I've been very hungry to get back in the car. Yeah, I must admit though, the first run took it a little bit easy, but you know, once I felt good on it, I got back up to speed. You got to treat this rally with a lot of respect and drive it a bit more cautious. You know, like one of my notes to myself going into the rough stage is like, attack the middle of the road, because every corner has literally something dangerous on it. So it's quite a unique event, and you know, I'm looking forward to racing it, but you know, my expectations are a bit reserved, because you got to treat this event with just a lot of respect.
So the afternoon loop, the El Mirador, Emilia Claviero stage is the second running through there. First chance to see Sebastian Loeb, and now some controversy hanging over Loeb as it would appear that he is going to be docked 1 minute to his time because Daniel Elena seemed to have clocked into service a couple of seconds early. And that would obviously incur a time penalty, so that could be significant as to what happens. We'll get a chance to find out if that is confirmed. Meanwhile, Sebastian Loeb confident that the second pass through these wonderful stages will be a little bit better for him. We heard that he's confident how it had gone so far, 18.9 seconds away from rally leader Jari-Matti Latvala after those first 4 stages.
Oikein nopea, tiukka, kirraa, pidä. 3. Vasen hidas, tiukka, kirraa vähän. 100. Lyhyt oikee, hidas yli.
Mika Hirvinen's tyres were completely finished at the end of that last stage that we saw. Stage 4 with the tarmac section. A lot of the crews were concerned about it. Was literally a completely bald tyre, looked like a slick racing tyre when it came back. Much more consistent season, of course, so far.
Vasen tosi hidas, menee ja kirraa vähän. 4. Oikee, tosi hidas, silta.
Ultimately, Mikko came through by the end of stage 6, sitting there in 4th position, fighting with this man, Sebastian Ogier.
Attention, gros frein, droite 100++, Milon mini léger tard. Et 350 mètres, moins 0,9 lobe. Un peu tard comme ça. Gros frein avant léger ciel. Avant léger ciel, 50 mètres de Champin, moins Milon.
Stage 5, fighting hard with his teammate in terms of stage times, but a small mistake.
250 mètres. 250 mètres, frein gauche 130 plus Tony.
Was to cost Sebastian Ogier some 5 seconds. Ultimately, came through at the end of stage 5.
Frein avant gauche 132, ferme 110 plus.
Fourth fastest, 6.1 seconds off. So would have been very, very close to taking the stage win. So far, this rally has been about this man. The 26-year-old Finn has been so quick this year. Taking stage win after stage win in Sardinia from absolutely nowhere in the overall positions, but reminding everyone of just why everybody rates this guy as possibly the single quickest guy when everything is working for him. Stage 5, he took another win. 19.0, extended the lead up to 13.9 seconds. Here on stage 6. Still pushing hard to try to extend that lead. So far, Petter Solberg, so far it has been a consistent day. Second fastest on stages 2 and 3 and 4, and also on stage 5. The only driver really to keep Jari-Matti Latvala in check so far.
It's 6 right, half long, to press, opens long, tightens 2, tightens 1 plus 8. Into 2 left long, tightens 1, half long, tightens.
Charged through the spectacular Mina Clavero stage, the 22.67 stages. Sets Ks of this stage. We're going to get a chance to run the majority of this stage on board with Petter Solberg. So let's sit back and enjoy 37-year-old Norwegian in action.
40, line, 2 left minus half long, tightens 1, half long, tightens minus over narrow bridge, opens, keep in. To keep left over crest and 4 right plus, tightens 2, tightens 1 plus, half long, tightens a little, 30. Slight left, 20, keep left over crest and 2 right minus tightens, 1 minus half long tightens. And 2 left minus half long, tightens 1 plus 20. 6 left half long, tightens unseen 5, over crest, into 6 right plus, keep in the crest and don't cut narrow 1 left, double tightens 30, 6 right, extra long, keep in and short, 6 left minus, over crest, tightens 100, 6 left minus extra long, tightens narrow 5 plus, tightens over bump, 4 right minus, half long, tightens a little, opens 80, line, neat, 4 right minus, tightens 2, tightens narrow 1 plus, 40, slight left over small crest, 80, 6 right minus half long, tightens 5 minus half long, tightens, opens long, tightens over crest, 40, 4 right plus, tightens narrow short, 1 plus, 4 left plus, opens long over crest, tightens 2 minus, tightens, don't cut 5 right, 20, 5 left half long, tightens 3, into, keep right over crest and 4 left minus over crest half long, tightens 1, tightens over bump, 30, short hairpin left, double tightens.
Came through the opening split with an identical time to Jari-Matti Latvala.
4 right minus tightens short, 1 plus, opens.
Took 0.6 of a second out of Latvala at the second split, and then
left minus tightens 1 plus.
Up to 2 seconds out of him by the third split.
Opens half long tightens. And 4 left minus half long tightens, 2 minus tightens. Slight right over crest. Keep right over crest, 10 on seat, 4 left tightens, 2 minus tightens, 1 plus. 4 right plus half long opens, 100. Slow, keep right over crest, 36 left minus long tightens, 5 plus half long tightens, 3 plus. Over crest and 4 right minus tightens, 2 minus tightens, 1 plus. Opens half long, 30. 2 left tightens, 1 half long tightens. 2 right half long, tightens, 1 plus half long tightens, opens, keep in over crest, 30, neat, 2 left minus, double tightens, 1 minus over narrow bridge, opens half long, tightens, into 6 right minus, opens long, tightens, 5 plus, keep in, into narrow, 5 left half long tightens, neat, 1 half long tightens, 26 left minus, into 2 right tightens, 1 half long tightens, keep in, 2 left plus over crest, into 1 right half long, double tightens, neat, 5 left minus tightens 4, 6 right opens long tightens 2 minus tightens 1 tightens keep it 10 hairpin left double tightens minus opens extra long tightens 2 minus half long and 2 right minus half long tightens 1 and line 2 left minus half long tightens 1 keep right over long crest need 4 left plus tightens 2 minus tightens 1 tightens narrows hairpin right tightens minus half long double tightens opens long tightens and 2 left half long tightens 1 tightens don't cut 1 right half long tightens and line 4 left minus half long tightens 2 minus tightens 1 keep in over crest into 1 right plus half long tightens and flat 6 left minus long keep in over crest into slight right and 2 left half long tightens 1 half long double tightens minus opens half long tightens half long tightens over crest 20 2 right minus tightens 1 tightens narrows 30 slight left over crest opens to keep left over flat crest 40 2 right tightens 1 tightens half long tightens over crest 40 keep right over crest 4 left minus half long tightens 2 minus tightens 1 plus 30 6 right minus tightens 4 minus over crest and keep right over crest 4 left minus half long tightens 2 minus half long tightens 1 plus keep left over crest into 6 right long tightens 4 half long tightens 1 tightens over crest opens half long tightens half long and 6 left minus over crest long tightens 5 20 keep left over crest into 6 right plus opens long tightens 5 plus tightens a little 30 slight right keep in to keep right over crest need 5 left plus tightens 4
interestingly at WRC's notes before this rally Chris Patterson was the co-driver giving the advice on what to expect from the stages and he described this stage as one of those classic stages that some people either love, some hate, but there's no real straights to speak of, nothing significant, it's all twisty and it's constantly uphill, as you can see, surrounded by some walls and very, very difficult to find any kind of rhythm.
36 left plus tightens 5 plus half long tightens 20 line 2 right tightens 1 double tightens half long.
He doesn't really enjoy the stage. Some people do. Described it as relentless. I think it's a great way of describing this. It certainly is. Look at the level of enthusiasm for the fans. Right up here in the mountains, Tras la Sierra Mountains to be precise. Really spectacular, described as a moonscape by somebody else in the areas in the preview for this rally. Let's go back to enjoying the ride with Patterson and Petter Solberg on stage 6.
Half long tightens into 2 right plus half long opens. They keep right over crest and 4 left minus tightens 2 minus half long tightens 1 plus. 40 line 4 left tightens 2 tightens 1 plus. Tightens keep in into flat 6 right opens over crest half long to crest 50. 6 left plus half long 40. Keep right
taking
over crest into
2 seconds out of Jari-Matti Latvala by the third split, by the fourth split, and increased that to 3.5 seconds.
Keep in over crest into 6 right minus over crest half long tightens a little 40 keep right over crest 4 left minus tightens 2 over crest 4 right minus half long 6 left keep in 40 2 right tightens left 1 tightens half long tightens 2 left minus long tightens 1 opens double tightens minus half long to keep left over crest 6 right minus half long opens to keep left over crest 30 2 right minus tightens 1 minus double tightens half long opens long tightens keep in and 6 left minus half long opens extra long tightens 2 minus half long tightens 1 plus opens.
So Petter Solberg has taken 17 stage wins so far in 2011 as he charges across the line. He wins the stage by 1.6 seconds from Ogier and takes some time out of Jari-Matti Latvala. Lead now 12.1 the Latvala has, and that is his 400th stage win of his career.
You might not be aware of this, but according to my figures, your stage winning was your 400th World Rally stage win.
Oh yeah, that's good, yeah. That's good fun, that's good. I mean, it will be more.
More this weekend?
Yeah, and in the future, yeah.
Always wonderful to see the smile of Petter Solberg. That's what it looks like. Latvala leads Solberg by 12.1, 12 seconds, 10 seconds behind is Ogier, Heaven, and then Loeb with that 1 minute penalty applied after stage 5 now, 1:32 behind. So 1 stage remains of the opening leg. It's been all about Jari-Matti Latvala and Petter Solberg. We'll see if more action. So the second run of the rally so far through the legendary El Condor stage, the stage that's caused so much concern and a little bit of controversy because a number of the crews not really liking the fact that there's a 20k tarmac section in here, which is really asking a lot of the tyres. Some of the drivers in the first run through tried to set up changes. We heard from Latvala, who dropped the car by 20 mil, which is a bit of a compromise on the gravel but worked very well on the tarmac. Curious to see if anybody does the same on the second pass. Block still exercising some of that caution that we heard him talk about a little bit before. Comes through 9th quickest on the stage. Rosberg has had a solid run through the first of the day's rally stages because conscious of learning the stages and really wasn't looking forward to this section at all. Preferred surface of those taking part in this year. Sits there in 6th position. Had quite a big fight with his teammate Matthew Wilson. Wants to end up coming through 6th fastest on the stage to end the day, still 6th. Ahead of Matthew Wilson by 32.2 seconds. What of Sebastian Loeb though? Well, obviously very frustrated with the time penalty. Interesting that much like Jari-Matti Latvala when Ika Antila made a mistake in the last rally, Loeb not at all concerned about his co-driver Daniel Elena. Said that there were a number of people clambered around the time clock and the boards, and he couldn't quite see them, and it was just a couple of seconds mistake.
Et droite 80, mis donc pas corde.
Difficult is that section. But Sebastian Loeb's time of 23.19.4, very, very strong. Look at that wonderful shot. The commitment of Mikko Hirvonen.
Vasen täys ja nyppy keskeltä, oikea loiva pidä 5, vasen loiva tiukka aukeaa, nyppy käännä 150. Huomio, huomio, hae oikein, serpo. Ja tosi pitkä vasen täys aukeaa yli nypyn. 8.
Considered his road position at the start of the day, second on the road, of course. Top and third fastest stage times on the stages 2 and 3. Really on stage 5. Going into this stage here, 7.9 seconds behind Sebastian Ogier.
Vasen täys aukeaa yli nypyn oikea laita 5. Vasen täys miinus ei sisältä 100. Vasen loiva tiukka sisältä pidä 100. Oikein täys miinus käännä 120. Huomio, huomio, varo. Nyppy vasen laita jarru 6 oikein nopea kerralla.
Hirvonen comes through the time of 23.34.9. Crucial to see what this man does in relation to the 30-year-old Finn.
Et droite frein sur gauche 100 plus. Gauche 100 plus. Et droitier sur gauche 112 frein.
Another one like Hirvonen who's been put in third and fourth fastest times in pretty much consistently throughout the day. Second fastest on the previous stage at Mina Clavero.
Droite 122 frein sur gauche 90 très longtemps.
10 seconds behind Peter Solberg and 7.9 ahead of Mikko Hirvonen.
Droite 90 long. Pour droite à fond sur gauche 133 frein pour droite sans tard. Gauche 133 frein pour droite sans tard. Et droitier sur gauche 134 vite frein pour gauche 118 millions. Gauche 118 millions, 50 mètres. Gauche 130 à fond. Sur frein 50 mètres, droite 130 plus. Et droite 130 plus sur gauche à fond. Qui ouvre et ferme 140 millions, tenir. 70 mètres, attention, frein dans gauche 132 plus qui ouvre pour gauche 120 plus. Et gros frein 50 mètres. Droite 80 millions. Droite 80 millions.
Comes through fourth fastest on the stage. Ends up 10.6 behind Peter Solberg. Solberg a solid day with second places on every stage except, of course, the stage 6 that we just saw him take victory on.
6 right minus long, tightens early over crest, opens long, keep burying, and 6 left minus tight, 5 cuts long, tightens 4 half long.
Closest to Latvala throughout the day, and especially on this stage, previous running through.
To keep right, slight left over crest, opens extra long to crest, long, hand tightens a little, opens extra long, tightens big cut half long, 40 line, 6 right, half long, opens, repeat 6 right, half long, opens 120. Keep left over press, 6 right, long tight, 5 plus long tight, 4 plus, long, keep in. And 6 left minus long, tights a little, opens, extra long, to crest, long, big cut, keep in. In 2. Early, big cut, 5 right plus half long, tights 4, half long.
23.27 was the time for Peter Solberg, of course. The question is, what will Jari-Matti Latvala end up with at the end of the day?
100. Vasen 220, oikein 3 miinus, älä yli nypyn aukee, pirun pitkä. 10 jarru, vasen 5 asfaltille, älä uras. Yli nypyn pitkä.
First couple of splits really showing that Latvala is likely to maybe do what he's done on the earlier stage, possibly take the stage win. He's certainly up. As he heads on to the tarmac section where he made so much time.
20. Nyppy oikein 280. Haen ryppy oikein 1 kirraa 5, pirun pitkä kirraa. Mestari 2 edellä.
Midway through the stage though, Jari-Matti wants to have a stall running wide, cost him some time, but he still ended up leading the rally by 18.2 seconds, was second fastest behind Sebastian Loeb on that final stage. Loeb taking his second stage win of the day, but very close between the top three.
Sebastian's a fantastic finish to the end of the day for you on El Condor.
Yeah, it was a good finish. One time in a day I've done something nice. So no, but it's for sure it's a good finish of the day, but we are very far now.
Jari, what a fantastic first day in Argentina for you.
It's been a good day. I'm honestly very happy and very relieved how the things been going. It's no problems. Car be working really well. The balance of the car is fantastic, and I really relaxed feeling the drive.
Certainly looked it in the way that he was just on top of the car throughout the day. Fantastic performance by Latvala. So day 2 we'll see 8 stages, 160 Ks, and again still up in the La Paz area. So it's been about Jari-Matti Latvala, Sebastian Loeb frustration, a tremendous performance, and a 400th stage win for Petter Solberg. With solid runs by both of the M Sport guys. It'll be interesting to see what Sebastian Loeb can do from perhaps a slightly better road position going into the long day. We'll be back with the action. We hope you join us on Motors. See you very soon.
Once again, road position will be key to success on the Rally Argentina Round 6 of the 2011 WRC, or will it? Sebastian Loeb proved he can lead from the front last time out on the Rally Italy, and the Frenchman will be out to extend his championship lead, but teammate Sebastian Ogier and Force Mika Havonen and Jari-Matti Latvala have other ideas. Join Motors TV for the full reports on days 2 and 3, Sunday, May the 29th and Monday, May the 30th in the morning.